Fear isn't logical, skips all the rational steps, and jumps straight to a reaction. It's an ancient warning system, a circuit that screams danger before your brain has time to process why. This system is haunted by what wiped out our ancestors most quickly, the threats that required an immediate, thoughtless response. It's strange, isn't it? How certain worries seem so out of place in our modern world. But your gut feeling, that primal instinct, often moves faster than your conscious mind can catch up. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a fundamental part of how humans are wired, a survival mechanism that runs incredibly deep. So, what tops the list of human fears? Which anxieties freeze our minds and dictate our choices? Today, we're counting down the 7 most common phobias that hold power over us. Let us know which one gets to you. Coming in at number 7, we have the fear of flying, or aviophobia. We all know the statistics. Flying is one of the safest forms of travel, far safer than driving a car. But our brains don't care about statistics. The fear of flying isn't really about the plane crashing. It's about a profound loss of control. You're thousands of feet in the air in a metal tube you can't steer, with no way to escape. It's the combination of the height and the enclosure that sends our internal alarms ringing. This fear highlights a core truth. Anxiety isn't always about the direct threat. It's about what happens when we can't steer the outcome. Losing our grip on a situation shakes us far more deeply than the statistical risk ever could. At number 6, we encounter the fear of deep water, thalassophobia. It's estimated that around 1/3 of the population feels uneasy about the vast, dark expanse of the ocean or a deep lake. It's not the water itself that's terrifying, but what it represents. Dark water triggers primal fears because we lose our 2 most basic senses of security, the ability to see threats and the solid ground beneath our feet. As shadows grow long and the water turns murky, that ancient wiring in our brains starts humming. It's a callback to a time when unseen predators lurked in the depths. Places with poor visibility, where danger might be hiding, automatically put us on high alert. This isn't a logical process. It's an inherited instinct, passed down through countless generations who learned to be wary of what they couldn't see. Creeping in at number 5 is the fear of cockroaches, cassoretophobia, affecting roughly 35 to 40% of people. This fear is deeply tied to the feeling of disgust. When you feel disgusted, brain scans show that the same areas light up as when you feel fear. The amygdala, your brain's threat detector, doesn't really distinguish between a terrifying monster and something that just seems utterly gross. Cockroaches trigger this response for a few reasons. They're historically associated with filth and disease. Their movements are erratic and unpredictable. They represent a threat of contamination. Your brain sees them and immediately screams unclean, unsafe, get away. It's a powerful, instinctual reaction designed to protect you from sickness. At number 4, we have claustrophobia, the fear of being trapped in tight spaces. This is a very common fear affecting an estimated 40 to 45% of people. Think of a crowded elevator, a packed room, or even a tight MRI machine. Your brain doesn't just see a small space, it interprets the situation as a direct survival threat. It flags a potential lack of oxygen, a restricted escape route, and a complete loss of personal autonomy. This fear is incredibly potent. Brain scans of people with claustrophobia show their amygdala reacting with intense activity when they feel trapped. It's a primal response to a situation that our ancestors would have rightly seen as a death trap being, cornered by a predator or stuck in a rock slide. The walls feel like they're closing in because your brain is convinced they are. Climbing to number 3 is the fear of heights, or acrophobia. It's a big one, impacting more than half the population. Have you ever stood on a high balcony and felt your stomach drop, even though you knew you were perfectly safe? That's acrophobia at work. When your brain processes the distance to the ground, its fear center often wakes up. There's a powerful evolutionary reason for this. Our ancestors who were careless around cliffs and high ledges didn't live long enough to pass on their genes. The ones who had a healthy dose of fear, who stayed away from the edge, survived. That fear was a survival advantage, and it's been passed down to us. It's not just a feeling. It's a genetic echo of millions of years of natural selection. Slithering into the number 2 spot is ophidiophobia, the fear of snakes. An estimated 60 to 65% of people share this fear, and the evidence for it being innate is incredibly strong. This isn't just a learned behavior. It's practically coded into our DNA. Numerous studies have shown that even babies, and very young, children react more quickly to images of snakes than to pictures of harmless animals or objects. They can pick a snake out of a busy image faster than anything else. This suggests a pre-installed threat detection system. For our primate ancestors, a snake was a sudden deadly threat. So the ones who could spot them and react instantly were the ones who survived. That genetic predisposition for snake fear is still with us today, a remnant of a time when a flicker in the grass could mean life or death. And now, for the #1 most common fear on the planet, arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. Estimates suggest that this fear affects a staggering 70 to 75% of the global population. So what is it about these 8-legged creatures? It's a perfect storm of fear triggers. First, their movement is unpredictable. Multiple limbs moving in different directions make it hard for our brains to track and anticipate where they're going next. Second, their small size combined with sudden fast motion is a major red flag for our threat detection system. Our brains are wired to pay attention to small, fast-moving things because they could be venomous. Missing a potential danger just once could be fatal. Because of this, our minds evolved to overreact. It's better to be startled by a harmless spider 1,000 times than to ignore a dangerous one once. This better safe than sorry principle is why so many of us jump at the mere sight of one. These fears, from flying to spiders, aren't signs of a broken mind. They are echoes of our ancestors, ancient survival programs still running in our modern brains. They're a testament to how your mind works tirelessly to protect you, even when the threats have changed. Understanding this doesn't make the fear disappear, but it can change how you see it. Fear doesn't mean you're weak. It means your body's ancient defense system is working perfectly. So what's the one thing that scares you more than anything else? Let us know in the comments below. And if this video helped you understand that fear is a natural protective instinct, pass it along to someone who could use these words. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the human mind.